Good morning, OPSC aspirants. Today we'll study scope of anthropology. Now, when we see the scope of anthropology, we can divide it into four parts, that is cultural relativism and ethnocentrism, face-to-face study, comparative method and generalization, and fourth is holism. So we'll start with cultural relativism and ethnocentrism. Now, what is cultural relativism? It is basically the principle that states that all cultural patterns are equally valid, and hence every culture or any part of it should be viewed in terms of its own logic with rationality. That is very important, logic with rationality. This implies that one should not judge others by one's own standard and should maintain neutrality. So we should know this thing, logic with rationality and maintaining neutrality. Now, whereas when it comes to ethnocentrism, it can be described as a belief that one's own values, traditions, customs, etc. are better and preferable to those of others' culture. So it can be said that in ethnocentrism, it is to evaluate others' culture on the basis of one's own standard. Now we'll take an example. For example, in Western societies, they have always considered themselves superior, and for them, the non-Western societies are either barbaric or savage. Thus, if we find out, reading this all, we'll come to know that ethnocentrism breeds intolerance, whereas cultural relativism is always used to encounter it. We should know these things, the cultural relativism definition over here and ethnocentrism. The second is face-to-face study. It was pioneered by Franz Boas and developed by Malinowski, which was in his books that Argonauts of the Western Pacifics. We need to remember this, okay? Because through this only we have come to over this, and we'll find out that the study involves this study involves staying with the natives, learning their language, observe their practices in person, and knowing the history of the people in order to understand their culture. So this is how it is. First, we have to stay with the natives, learn their language, observe their practices in person, knowing the history of the people, so in order to understand their culture. This is face-to-face study, and this kind of data collection is very unique to anthropology. The third is comparative study and generalization. The objective of this study is to bring a general principle or a law of human behaviors that can be applied to other societies of the world as well. Now, how do we find it out? What anthropologists do is they study cultural heterogeneity of all kinds of human society, from simple to modern world. They come to know this about they come to know about it from the amazing range of they come to know that there is an amazing range of differences along with equally range of cultural similarities when they study these societies. So from these comparative kind of studies, we'll come to know that anthropology has been able to bring out or generate meaningful scientific law which describes the behavior of people everywhere. The fourth one is holism. Holism means a comprehensive study which is holistic in nature. This is the basic definition. Now, in anthropology, as a subject, it deals with humans in totality in terms of space and time that we have already studied. Now, as a subject, anthropology involves physical and biological anthropology, which is considered with evolution of human variation. Second, it deals with social cultural anthropology, which includes the social cultural institutions like family, marriage, kinship, which also includes cultural values, models, etc. The third one being the archaeological anthropology, which deals with the study of fossils of humans, prehistoric tools, weapons, etc. Thus, holism gives an overall understanding about human behavior, as every aspect is interrelated to each other. Thereby, we get a complete idea of man, which ensures better understanding of human being in time and space. So this is all about scope of anthropology. Now what are we'll revise it again. So basic, there are four topics which we need to study in scope of anthropology. That is cultural relativism and ethnocentrism, face-to-face study, comparative method and generalization, and fourth is holism. Now, we just recall all these cultural relativism definition, then ethnocentrism definition. This the Western study, Western societies example we have to quote. Face-to-face study we have to remember Franz Boas, Malinowski. Comparative study and generalization is about general principle and laws of human behavior, and holism is about studying of humans in totality in terms of space and time, and quoting about different aspects of anthropology, that is physical and biological anthropology, social cultural anthropology, archaeological anthropology. Thank you.